Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is December 4th. Lisa, Lydia, Scott here with you this morning. Of course, we're live every weekday morning right around this time, but it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can check it out anytime that works for you. Plus, remember, we make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute.
All right, a busy day in the Weather Center for you this morning, Lydia.
Very
Lots
much
going
so.
on.
Yeah, just a little, event moving through. Big wind event, really. Not a big snow event. There will be some snow. There's some snow showers on the radar right now, and there will be this afternoon, but the snow tallies itself like less than an inch.
Okay.
So it's not a big snow, it's a lot of wind, and that's changing everything. It's going to whip around any of that snowfall. If you're driving through one of those snow showers and you have a gust up near 50 miles an hour, not pleasant.
No.
It's going to be really hard to see, almost like little isolated blizzards. They're called snow squalls, and that's what I'm thinking is possible this afternoon. Also blowing around some of the snow that's on the ground. We did do a little melting overnight that helped to put a crust on the snowpack, and so it's not all loose and fluffy and available to blow around, but after you get repetitive wind gusts near 50 miles an hour, that can break down throughout the day. And so some blowing snow, especially just kind of across the road, sticking to the road, that'll be possible too. So wind gusts near 50 miles an hour. Temperatures go backwards today. It was 36 when we got here overnight. The icicles on the satellite dishes in the parking lot were dripping. There was melting going on at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was wild. Now we're down into the teens, so we'll just keep going backwards. We'll be in the single digits this afternoon with wind chills near minus 20. It'll feel so different later today compared to earlier. Watch out for slippery roads, reduced visibility, especially in open country. Wind settles down late tonight to about 35 miles an hour, and then very light tomorrow, 5, 10, maybe 15 miles an hour for your winds. So much more normal, much more doable winds for tomorrow. But we're going to be cold. We wake up sub-zero and we top off at about 8 degrees for your Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, that's cold.
Then, though, something to look forward to. 30s on Friday, near 40 on Saturday.
Cool.
So we've got more melting. Roads will really improve. Nice for tailgating out at the Dome on Saturday. The Holiday Lights Parade, not miserable like it has been before, not bitterly cold. Our next chance for a little system looks to be Sunday night into Monday. Could have some messy roads on Monday morning. So early heads up on that. Okay, that's all. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, just want to kind of follow up on what she was saying about the roads. And we, this morning, we just have a new travel alert that's in place in the northern part of North Dakota, but all morning on First News, the road conditions were deteriorating throughout the show. Really started from, the Canadian border and going down. So if you want to take a look at the roads before you head out, if you have to head out, you can always use our Storm Tracker weather app. We have hour by hour forecast, but also the road reports there, so it's a great idea to check it before you jump in the car.
Yeah, here in Fargo, things not too bad really just yet, but it's those spots outside of town where you're really going to run into trouble. So just keep that in mind. Besides the weather, today, Jamestown police expected to release the name of a man who was shot and killed by an officer in Jamestown. We broke that news for you on First News yesterday. The police chief says his officer had no other choice but to shoot the man. In case you don't know, officers were called to Fred's Den early Tuesday morning. It was reported the man had just been kicked out of the bar for fighting. Then he was shooting at the bar with a rifle. Multiple windows of the bar were hit, along with nearby buildings and cars too. Once we learn who he was or what his name is and who else was involved, the officer's name, of course, we'll pass all that information along to you.
We're also learning more about the investigation into 3 current and former Cass County Sheriff's deputies. An arrest warrant has been issued for Carson Quam. Quam is facing 10 felony counts for having child pornography. Now, he's not listed right now as being on the Cass County Jail roster, but in a statement overnight, Sheriff Jesse Johnner said Quam's employment ended with the Sheriff's Office in September. Besides that, Sheriff Johnner also announced that the current deputy, Philip Larson, is charged with providing alcohol to a minor. He was put on administrative leave in October. We also got an update from the sheriff on the former coordinator of the 24/7 sobriety program. He says the Grand Forks County Sheriff's Office is now investigating alleged criminal conduct by former deputy Darren Vicken. He was fired in July.
This morning, Donald Trump's transition team is considering options to replace Pete Hegseth if he is not confirmed for Secretary of Defense. Trump allies are in the process of compiling a list of alternate candidates. Sources say that includes Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty. Hegseth apparently could end up withdrawing his name over controversy that's surrounding him.
Hot Mic is coming up this morning, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also Inforum.com. It's National Signing Day as players from around the country make their football destinations official. NDSU will sign 32 players today. You'll get to meet some of them, including quarterback Xander Smith from Florida. Hot Mic is on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com.
And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, get an all-access pass to Inforum.com. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to get the deal.
And join us for our next newscast this morning. Of course, tracking this big wind event today. We'll have the very latest with our hour-long 11 o'clock newscast today. And then this afternoon, we have you covered starting at 4, 5, 6, and tonight at 9 and 10.
And we'll be back tomorrow morning with First News from 5 to 7, so join us then.